While the Newman Club officially began at the University of Toledo in 1939, it was centered off campus at Jesu Parish. It sort of took on a new beginning when they purchased this property, a couple houses, this garage in the late 60s, and when the parish began in 1970, which we celebrate 50 years this year, this became sort of the hub of campus ministry for Corpus Christi until we moved into our new place in the late 1990s. This is right on sort of the edge of campus, but pretty central to a lot of things, and so this became really the focus of ministry. In one of the houses, the priests lived, they had offices in the other. Father Dan Zach converted this garage into the Falvey Chapel for daily masses and weddings and other things like that. So this became in some ways what the Newman Club was known for, having this property and being so accessible to the students on campus. So campus ministry through the Newman Club continued to grow at the University of Toledo through those houses and the Falvey Chapel across campus throughout the 70s and 80s and 90s. It continued to grow. One of the challenges of their property there was they didn't have a space big enough to have Sunday masses. They would have daily masses in the Falvey Chapel, but they didn't have a space that was big enough, and so many of you remember, and many of our parishioners remember, kind of the pilgrim church of having Mass in the Ingman rooms in the Student Union or in Bominati in one of the lecture halls or in the Law Center. And sometimes they'll say that they would tell them the morning of where they were going and they had to bounce around. So I think it was always the dream of people during that period, that is kind of as cool as that was, to be sort of a pilgrim church, was to have a place they could call their own, a place of sort of stability where they didn't have to always bounce around. And so plans began in the 90s, and eventually they built this incredible facility that we now know as Corpus Christi University Parish here on Dorr Street. Built it in 1998, and since then, now for 20 plus years, it has been the center in some ways of campus ministry, though we're sort of always reminded that our ministry is not kind of a separate thing across Dorr Street, but always to reach back across Dorr Street to the students, faculty, and staff at the University of Toledo. So just incredible gratitude for all of the people who fundraised and who helped to build this incredible facility, which has become such a home for so many students over the last 20 plus years, to Father Basic and to others who spearheaded those fundraising efforts, because this place has made possible and been the occasion of so many opportunities of grace for students in the last 20 years of the Newman Club.